All right, what's going on, guys? It's Apoqsi, and here in this video, I have a very important topic because I feel like I need to clear up some miscommunication and a misunderstanding about CD Projekt Red and another apparent game that they have coming. So quite some time ago, you may have heard that CD Projekt Red has another game coming. And this came from financial reports for 2017 and 2018 that CD Projekt Red actually announced plans to release, in quotes, another AAA story-driven RPG in addition to Cyberpunk before 2021. This got a lot of people hyped. In fact, the company's investor site right now still calls this, in quotes, another AAA RPG title. However, it's not what you think it is. It is not another AAA RPG title, and that is very misleading from a consumer perspective, and if you don't already know what they're talking about. However, they have now clarified this in a new investors call, and this is what they had to say. One thing we need to make clear is that the AAA release we're working on in parallel to Cyberpunk 2077 is Cyberpunk multiplayer. That comes from CD Projekt Red executive Michael Nowakowski. He then led that up, letting us know that it's actually been delayed, and this is what they had to say. Given the expected release of Cyberpunk 2077 in September, and speaking of a series of events we expect to occur after that date, 2021 appears unlikely as a release date for the Cyberpunk multiplayer. I'll leave a link to the teleconference recording down below, and you'll be able to hear the comments on the subject at about the 6:50 mark. And overall, this is just really interesting because when we initially heard about this other AAA story-driven RPG, it made everyone think that there was another large game coming out, such as The Witcher 4, not long after Cyberpunk 2077, which was mind-boggling. And I guess now that kind of lets us know that that's just completely impossible. And for us to even think that was kind of foolish, but it was definitely a very misleading way to communicate a Cyberpunk multiplayer. And now we also know that the Cyberpunk multiplayer that they were talking about doesn't even look like it's coming out in 2021. It looks like it's actually going to be coming out in 2022, which is just crazy to think about that it's going to be coming out 2 years after Cyberpunk 2077. So I feel like the multiplayer that they have in mind for Cyberpunk 2077 is going to be massive. And it's making me question whether or not it's going to be included with Cyberpunk 2077 or if it's going to be a separate game entirely, as they're classifying it as its own RPG game. So I want to know your guys' thoughts on all this down in the comment section below. I'm a little confused with this Cyberpunk 2077 multiplayer now, and it's kind of disappointing that CD Projekt Red wasn't somehow pulling another game out of their ass, but I guess it's just bringing us back down to reality. But yeah, guys, that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please smack that like button down below, subscribe to The Good Fight if you haven't already, and ring that bell icon to stay updated in all of my future videos. It'd be super greatly appreciated as always, and until next time, this is Apoqsi signing off.